Good morning, people of the internet. Today we're going to be running through these hives and breaking them down, getting them ready for winter. It's taking off any excess boxes, making sure they're alive and the queen is laying good. If we have one that's big enough, we're going to set it up for a split. So let's get started. I got some pine needles from that tree over there. More in. Little wood pellets right on top. Keep it burning. Got some brand new gloves. Brought to you by Carl's Jr. Oh, dropped the phone. It's alright. So let's take a look. Let's give them a little smoke. See if they made any honey up here since the last time. That is a little bit. Little bit in there. That's quite a bit. Oops. I can hold on to the smoker. This one doesn't have quite as much. So, what we'll do now, grab our acid boards. I've already been set up with the chemical that drives the bees down. Put them right on top. In this case, we're using honey robber. I like to go through, put a little smoke in there. Seems to work the chemical better. And pop the hive, so I'm not struggling with it afterwards. Trying to get my smoker to get going. Those wood pellets take a while to start burning. You can take a look at this one. All of them got a little bit of honey. I was here not too long ago, but it's the end of the season, so it's to be expected. We'll grab some empty super. Take a look and we'll get started. Just knock off any excess bees that are on these. This one doesn't have a lot of honey. So we'll end up taking these both boxes in for the year. Just take the frames out that have a little bit of honey. That way we could extract them and get them put away. It's kind of empty. Keep working our way down. Hive bodies. Oops. This one has a better population out of most. So we've got quite a bit of bees in it. As we get going, the acid boards will stay on them longer and drive them out quicker. Probably shaking the camera a little bit there, but I apologize. Okay, got us a couple boxes of honey, so we'll lay down the honey boards here. This one's got some good bees in it too. All right, now we'll transition over to our hive body and really see what we got going on. Sometimes they won't fill those supers up at all, but the hive body below will be packed. There are hive bodies on this side. I'll just kind of run this video until I break this entire pallet down. And same thing, I'm gonna go around, pop the bottoms, give them a little smoke. Sometimes when they're that jam-packed, the chemical doesn't go through there. The bees won't go down. That out of the way. And as I go through them, I'm evaluating them too. I'm looking for brood. I'm looking to see if the queens are doing what they should be doing, and if they're not, we'll make a decision on what we're gonna do. Or get rid of the hive, bring the equipment in, and reuse it next year, or put a mated queen in. Good looking honey. Not all the frames are full. Feeder here. The box below doesn't have a feeder, which it does. I could always put it down. So that colony's done. It's good, it's ready to be wintered. Got a good population coming in and out of it. I can pop it real quick to kind of see. It does have brood, just capped brood all right here. So I could say that I have a laying queen, and it's ready to go. So now we'll take our acid board, throw it on this one, and let it do its work while I'm working that hive. This one's just packed with honey. Get our box full. 3, 6, 9. Put our acid board to work on the next one. Take this hive to the truck. Box of honey, I should say. Utilize this empty box. Let's put that off to the side. So as I'm going through here, if I see a brood, I'm going to put it down into the second box. All I want is the honey. Again, I apologize if the camera shakes as I shake these bees off, but nothing I could do about that. It's all really good honey, good population in this hive. Again, another feeder. I probably took the boxes from the dead outs and put them on top for honey. So that's a good looking hive. It's packed. Bees are getting a little sticky. look and see. Population looks amazing. I can see brood down in here, so there's no real need to check. If I went and checked every hive, I wouldn't have any time left in the day. So it's just a quick, what do you got? What's it look like? And move on to the next. This one's gonna be good too. I can see that it's loaded. A lot of times you could tell how the colony is gonna look based off the bees at the entrance and how well they're flying out. All right. Make sure this one's loaded. Sometimes I'll just fill up the boxes and have several of them out here with honey before I go to the truck with them. Just less energy and less time. I pull my honey 2 or 3 times out of each colony a season. I don't wait till the end because I have ongoing honey flow. So it benefits me just to pull the honey as it comes in. Typically, if I didn't want to turn up the whole box, I'll find brood in the center, but not always, especially this late in the season. Sometimes the queens they'll requeen and she won't start laying but at the bottom of the box. Let's take a look either way. Yeah. Perfect, lots of brood. I got fresh eggs in here. I know that I got a laying queen. Place the lid. Move on to the next. Feeders are starting to stack up. Move our acid board over to the next. This one doesn't look like it's got as much, but it does have some. Again, utilizing the empty boxes I've been pulling off. Always place them close so you could just go right into them. Saves a lot of time. Nothing really in there, so I'll save the dry comb off to the side. This one I do want to check. It's got a lot of honey, but the bees are not, there's not as many bees as it should have. So oh, it's got some messed up comb in it, that's for sure. That's what happens when you don't get the spacing right, folks. Let's see. So this one we can kind of take a look in. It's got a mess going on. See, there's no brood. It's pollen. There is quite a bit of bees. They're down below. There's a few things we could do here. We can knock it down to a single. Throw in a couple frames of eggs to see if they raise. We could put a mated queen in it later on if they don't. Or we could just get rid of it entirely. But I think in this case, throw a frame of eggs in there just to kind of see what they'll do. We'll take off whatever excess honey's here in the top and clean it up. So broken frame with honey. Just throw that wax out there to melt. Yeah, so you can really tell they don't have what they should have. They're making a lot of noise. They won't make it unless we help them out. We do got a lot of honey up here though. And it's not uncommon to have brood up here. If there was brood anywhere, it'd be right in those empty, cleaned out spots. So I want to look close because I could have a new queen, but I doubt it. It does look like there was a queen raised right here, but whether or not she was raised successfully is a whole nother story. And giving them a frame of eggs to help them out would be a good thing. They are loud. A lot of people wouldn't waste their time doing it this way, but I'm for it. Need us another box. It's not gonna hurt us to try anyway. All right, folks, so I had to switch over from the GoPro because it ran out of space. But what I did was, as I was breaking that colony down, I found that it had a lot of brood up in the third box, the box that I was breaking down anyway. So I took some of those frames with the eggs and I put them over into this one. Put them right in the center. So we'll give it a chance and just see what happens. There's a lot of beekeeping is experimenting, you know. So as of right now, I'm gonna shut this off because I work a lot better when I'm not making videos. See you soon. All right, we're all done. Everything's broke down. You know, there's something really nice about double colonies after a long summer, but you can see these are loaded. This is one that we added brood to, so they could raise a queen. It's nice to have them broke down because then they can fill in any extra room, extra honey. Here's another one I added brood to. It's a really nice looking colony. Sometimes they have a little bit of too much room on them. So when you break them down, it's kind of nice. She's eating up that extra honey that got spilled. This one was really big, really mean. So I got about 20 boxes of supers and another probably 19 hive bodies full of honey. Everything in the front is honey from these colonies. And they're all broken down and ready to be medicated and then later fed if they need to. I'll probably be putting some pollen sub in them. So on to the next. This was a small yard. There's only 6 pallets here. Usually I like to keep 8, but I didn't have a lot of room here. So thanks for watching. On to the next. Alright, here we are on site at the next location. It's a little bit of a bigger yard. I think I got 8 pallets in here. Right on the Colorado River. So we'll be breaking all these down and taking whatever honey's in the top box. And getting them ready to winter. So see you afterward. All right, we got it all broke down. truck's loaded and we're ready to go. It's starting to get too hot. We got almost 4 rows of honey. That's from here on out is all empty stuff they didn't fill up, but everything's broke down. This one I just worked. But you can see it's got a lot of bees. All these in this set were pretty good. Let's see. It's a little smaller there, but that one's nice. This one I added brood to try and help out. We'll see what happens. There's actually 10 pallets here, so there's a little bit more work than I thought to go through. Whew. All right, so that's how it's done. You know, always put your bee yards next to a river so you can watch everybody else having fun on your days off. And look at water that seems really enticing when it's 110. Thanks for watching. As always, please subscribe, hit the like button, whatever you want to do, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.